We are Lisa and Paul, European couple backpacking Africa. Our journey started in Egypt, and after 8 months on the road, we finally made it to Cape Town. Now it's time to explore South Africa, but there's one thing that keeps us grounded: budget. Let us share with you how you can explore this continent affordably. If you watched our previous videos, you'll know we are big fans of Couchsurfing. This incredible community connects travelers with local hosts, offering more than just free places to stay. It's a way to meet locals, share stories, and get an authentic glimpse into their daily lives.
We're in a great neighborhood. We're being hosted by Theodore. It's a Couchsurfing host. So we have a view like we're on Table Mountain. And tonight we're cooking risotto.
Our Couchsurfing host, Theodore, took us on some amazing hikes that we will share later in this video. He also introduced us to his favorite cafe, the award-winning, steampunk-themed world's best coffee shop. He also showed us around his city and pointed out to us budget-friendly places to eat. What do we have there?
We just got a yellowtail and we're gonna braid it.
Not you! Theodore is gonna braid it! As always, we took every chance to cook homemade meals together with our host. South Africans love braai, which is a social meeting with cooking meat, or in our case fish, over an open flame. Speaking of food, one thing that stood out to us in South Africa were their supermarkets. They are massive, with an impressive variety of products and convenient features like their refillable water systems, which we found super handy, eco-friendly and cheap.
Yeah, there is a system where you can refill the water bottles, and it's much cheaper to do this and very good for the environment, so we're doing this.
Aside from Couchsurfing, we've also stayed in an affordable hostel called Mo Town, located in a lively neighborhood of Sea Point. So after 3 first nights spent with Theodore in a super nice residential part of Cape Town, we are changing location for our own kind of Airbnb. It's a hostel. We took a private room and it's with shared kitchen and living room area, but we are here alone. This area is perfect for budget travelers, offering easy access to the promenade, beautiful ocean views, and plenty of local cafes and shops. Our favorite place to eat here was Mojo Market. Another popular area in Cape Town is Waterfront, where you can find plenty of places to eat and do your shopping. This is a place where we also bought our SIM card. A short walk from the Waterfront shopping mall is the Zayt Museum of Contemporary African Art. The museum is housed in a brilliantly repurposed historic grain silo, and its unique architecture is a masterpiece in itself. In the center of Cape Town, near Green Market Square, where you can buy cheap souvenirs, we found another cool spot we loved. It's a small coffee shop tucked inside the Methodist church, fittingly named Heaven. Another neighborhood worth visiting is the colorful Bo-Kaap. While it's not exactly a hidden gem, it's definitely a picturesque area of town that you can explore for free. But let's focus on Cape Town's markets. We had the chance to explore 3 of them over the weekend, and our favorite was actually the one furthest from the city. The Old Biscuit Mill had a great vibe with live music, a variety of food stalls to choose from, and even some vintage and art shops to explore. This is a perfect spot to spend a lazy afternoon. And for the great evening, locals recommended us Labia, Cape Town's independent theater that offers dinner specials. Thanks to Theodore, we managed to do 3 different hikes around the city. The first one was to Lion's Head, a famous viewpoint popular for both sunrise and sunset. The beginning of the hike is fairly easy, but it gets steeper as you go, eventually turning more into climbing than hiking. However, it only took us about an hour to reach the top, where we were able to admire the beautiful view of the whole city. Theodore advised us not to wait till sunset to descend, That's when everyone tends to leave at the same time. Instead, we started the descent sooner and enjoyed the sunset on our way down. The next day we are waking up early in the morning and starting our second hike with the sunrise. The Table Mountain hike was our absolute favorite, and again thanks to Theodore. So we're hiking a Table Mountain. It's more of a climbing than a hiking, and Theodore proposed, as he see we are so fit and not scared of heights, to take us for a path that not many people take. So we are going along the edges.
Whew.
And as you can see, there is no one.
And there's no path, no one and no path.
Let's see how it goes. This part of the hike was our highlight, and we wouldn't have discovered it without our local guide. If you are feeling adventurous, you can look it up under the name Right Face Arrow Face Traverse. It is a small detour from our way up, but we finally made it after 4 hours of pretty steep climbing, and the view was totally worth it. We treat ourselves to a coffee at the top, and thanks to a rotating cable car that cost 12 euros per person, we are back down in just 5 minutes. Our last hike in the area was to Chapman's Peak. The trail is about 5 kilometers long and took us roughly an hour and a half to reach the summit. The views along the way were stunning, but when we reached the top, we were met with a surprise. Dense fog surrounded us. However, we were soon treated to something truly unique, a 360-degree rainbow. It was so unexpected, and it totally made up for the foggy view. We also can't forget to mention that the entire 9-kilometer toll road leading to Chapman's Peak offers plenty of scenic views. The second part of the video is about renting the car for 4 days and doing a road trip outside of Cape Town. Road tripping! Wow, so nice! We are leaving Cape Town and heading to the Cape Winelands, one of the world's most famous wine routes, showcasing hundreds of wine producers. Our first stop on the way is Fairview Wine and Cheese Tasting. We are choosing the standard tasting, which includes 6 wines paired with their local goat cheese, and we can't believe that we are paying only 4 euros per person for this. As you can imagine, we totally love it here. Cheese!
And we had
cheese.
With cheese. 8 different glasses of wine.
Okay.
What? It was great.
2 of them were extra.
2 of them were extra, 1 was a mistake, but who cares? We're drunk, it was a great time, we met good people.
Now we have to sober up to drive further.
Yes.
Thankfully, there is a chocolate room by Bayer's right next door. That's a perfect spot for something sweet and sobering up. We were also really impressed with Muratie at Spice Route with beautifully displayed spices and teas. It would already be a perfect day, but Paul has one last surprise for me. 3 kilometers down the road is Alpaca Farm, and we are taking them on a walk with us. I think, yeah, perfect way how to sober up is to walk a llama or an alpaca. Next day we are starting by a hike in Banuk Conservancy. It's freezing.
It's cold.
And we chose the day that it's not the sunniest, but Paul keeps reassuring me that it's a good thing because people complain that they're very exposed to the sun on this hike. Not us for sure. Wow!
So we just finished the hike. It was 2 hours 45 and really nice view. It was beautiful.
So cute.
Yeah, and now it's time for lunch.
Next stop is Stellenbosch.
And we're looking for a place to park, and there is like L marked on the ground, and we don't know what it means. Lisa thinks it's for learners. Like only learners can park here.
Yeah, because delivery makes so much sense. Why would they not put D?
Yeah.
Anyways,
See in the comments.
Stellenbosch, it's a nice town.
This place is full of cafes everywhere. You can look to any street, and they're very small. Usually, like there's just like a window with a very proper machine, and you can get a coffee everywhere. It's a very nice vibe to the city, and there's a lot of art gallery / coffee shop, wine bar / art gallery. So we're enjoying.
How much?
Let's do something like this in the middle of the vineyard. You know,
Let's
just
buy.
2 million pocket money.
15 minutes by car from Stellenbosch is Muratie wine estate, one of the oldest wine estates in South Africa, with the farm dating back to the 17th century. We feel like stepping back in time, looking at the place where the current owner can't change a thing, not even the spider webs.
So I was thinking pomegranate, almost lemon-like. What do you think? Oh yeah, lemon, yeah. You're right, it's acidic. What about the color? Drink number... too much?
For dinner, we drove back to Stellenbosch and had pizza in a cute restaurant called Vendetta. After that, we are driving out of the city for a
While camping in the car.
Yeah, everything is so expensive over here.
Yeah, we're saving for the alcohol.
But the view, it's pretty good. And anyway, today is a full moon. Paul never sleeps on the full moon, so what's the point of paying a real place?
Morning. It's a bit foggy. Oh.
So fucking cold.
Yes.
We are craving coffee and find it in a little cute town called Franschhoek, also famous for its wines. It's too early for wine, so after breakfast and quick walk around the town, we are heading to Hermanus, seaside town famous for whale watching. Unfortunately, the whale watching season starts in July and we are here in the beginning of June. So no whales for us in Hermanus, just sushi.
This is why we save on accommodation.
We had much more success in Betty's Bay with penguins. These little guys were everywhere, so definitely drive slowly if you are heading over here. You can see them for free before entering the boardwalk on the beach. The entrance to the boardwalk is only €1.50 per person, which is by the way much cheaper than Boulder's beach. On the boardwalk, we also saw baby penguins and daisies, also known as rock rabbits. From Betty's Bay, we are heading back to Cape Town and taking one of the most scenic coastal roads, Clarence Drive on R44.
C'est beau.
As we are approaching Cape Town, the views from the car are not so scenic anymore. But this is also another side of South Africa and reality for millions of people living in townships. The term township refers to the undeveloped residential areas that during apartheid were reserved for non-white. One of the largest and fastest growing townships in South Africa is Khayelitsha, situated near the Cape Town International Airport on the N2 highway. Well, after 2 nights of camping, this was pleasant.
So good.
We've got a good night's sleep in a cute guest house and we are full of energy for the last day of our road trip. Another day, another road trip. We are starting with a beach walk at Muizenberg that has these postcard-perfect, colorful beach houses. Next short stop is in Kalk Bay, small town full of antique shops and cafes. Another small, laid-back town on our radar is Simonstown, where we tried their famous fish and chips. After lunch, we went for a little walk to the Seaforth beach, where we met one penguin. So we're at the parking lot at next to the Boulder's beach.
Mm-hmm. And there are many other buses, like basically the tourist buses, they just come park here and there's like 40, 50 tourists at a time, they just like go to the beach.
More, like each bus has like 30 people, so there were 3 buses, so 90 people got off at the beach at the same time. Plus at the Boulder's beach you have to pay the entrance.
Yeah, it's 190 rent, so almost 10 euros.
To see the penguins that we've seen yesterday for free, so yeah, I think we're skipping that.
But we still got to see 2 penguins first a bit far, and then one was super adventurous. He came to us, like, he was super close.
On the public beach that is for free next to us. So there is always a chance to see some if you don't want to pay the entrance. And we are also skipping the Cape of Good Hope.
It's too expensive.
If you are traveling on a budget, you know you will need to make decisions where to save money. We've decided to skip the most popular and also the most expensive activities, Boulder's Beach and the Cape of Good Hope. For those of you interested in our budget breakdown, click the link below to read our blog. Thanks for watching!